ground. From Ashanti kings with mighty sway to elders, they guide the village way. Power they flow like river they bend.
Moments away, folks.
Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound speed.
Camera speeds.
24, take 1.
Action.
I'm a person that looks more toward the future and how we can make a better future for young people and make a better future for Africa. So I don't dwell a lot on history, and I don't dwell a lot on the current situation, because you can get so bogged down in the negative. It can affect you in a negative way. Hope that we can find a way to make Africa better for young people. And I do believe Africa is the future. As the rest of the world is getting older, one thing that I would like to see is that we start to train our young people to become leaders in different areas, in business and religion and politics, so that we're not just providing cheap labor for the rest of the world, that our young people someday will be leaders of the world. Well, originally my idea was to come to Africa and just retire. And then, more specifically, I decided on Rwanda. And when I first got here, that was my idea, was just to retire, get a retirement visa, and just relax and enjoy my life. But after I got here, I found that I just really love this place. I love the people, and I really appreciate that Rwanda is a country that is open to immigrants and to foreigners to come and invest and just open even for refugee type immigrants. Rwanda is open for that. And I really appreciated that, and so I felt like I should give something back or do something to contribute to Rwanda and then ultimately to Africa in general. So I decided to start this business. It's Stand Africa, and we came up with the name Stand because we have certain things, I guess you could call it a manifesto, that we stand against and what we stand for. And just for clarity's sake, we have some things that we don't stand for. So the business is part of, as a result of what we stand for, and more specifically, we stand for education and opportunity and empowerment of African young people here on the continent, and to help African young people, and because we're in Rwanda, we're starting in Rwanda, to help Rwandan young people to have opportunity to grow and to get education without feeling that they have to go to the West or someplace else to get ahead in life. That they have in their minds that Africa is a place where I can make it and I can be successful in life. So in 2013, I left the United States. I got a job in China teaching at a university. Originally I said I was going to stay for 1 year and then 2 years if I liked it. But I ended up staying 8.5 years because I really liked it. I had a good time. I really loved my job and I loved teaching. But at the end of my contract, I have 1 year left. It was in 2020 when the COVID started. So I was locked down. I was still teaching online, but I was just locked in my apartment most of the day. And then having 1 year left, I started researching where I wanted to go to retire. So like most Americans, or a lot of Americans I should say, I started researching different parts of America outside the United States. And during my research, I found a video by an African YouTuber, and he was the first one that said something good about Africa. And then that's when I got the idea, hey, well, what about retiring in Africa? So after doing some research, some more research, the short story is I landed on Rwanda. And then once my contract was over, I went back to the United States for 3 months, settle my business, sell things, and then I came here in October of 2021. And I've been here ever since. It's been almost 2 years. I basically decided that I was going to stay here before I came. After doing research, people are nice. The city is clean. You know, all the things that they say good about Kigali and Rwanda, I found them to be true. So I did stay. That being said, what I have learned in my life is that, from traveling and vacation, that you don't really get to know a place just by visiting. So you get to know the people and the culture and the place by living there long term. So I'm still sold on staying here, and that's why I'm building a house and I'm trying to stay here. But it's generally what I expected. The thing about the United States is that you know that racism exists, but it's very subtle. So you don't know if, whatever's happening in your life, is it because of racism or is it because of something I've done wrong? Sometimes it's very blatant. So it's I don't know, it's like I said, one of those things where it's individualized. It is institutionalized, but when you grow up in it, you're kind of used to it, and the trick is not to let it affect you in a negative way. You still have to do what you have to do in order to make it in life. I grew up in Los Angeles. Los Angeles at least at that time, was a very segregated city. So I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, Compton, Watts area. So I didn't really experience a lot directly, and that's why I say it's more subtle and depends on who you are and where you are. I went to a pretty integrated high school, but still within that high school, people were separated into their own social groups, and those social groups were basically by race. Yeah, it's very common, and to feel like, if I could just get education in a Western university as opposed to getting education here, or just, if I can go to the West and get a job, my life will be better. I think we as business people, we owe it to the community that we're gaining money from to do something to help that community. I think it's really sad, and I really hate to see business people who have businesses here in Rwanda, but they live in France. Or they come to Rwanda, they collect their money, and then they actually go spend their money someplace else. So I hopefully can someday be a good example of how to be successful here on the continent, and how to give back and to help the continent to grow. There's an old saying that all that glitters is not gold. And I think that that idea of going to the West and making it, we get those few examples where that does happen. But I think more people go and it's not so bright and not so shiny and not so wonderful. I think there are more of those than people who actually make it and are successful, and then they come back and then everybody looks up at them and say, oh yeah, I want to do the same thing. And even if that is true, that you can go to the West and make it, I think we owe it to ourselves to make here home a place where you can also make it and you can also be successful. I think governments are trying to do what they can do to alleviate the situation, but I think it's also incumbent upon business people to create those opportunities for young people and create training programs and make a way, that try to make this environment an environment where they want to stay here, that they're not so desperate that they have to cross the Mediterranean in order to try to have a better life. As far as expats, and as far as I'm from the United States, and as far as African Americans or Caribbean Americans, British, British people, there's a pretty good community of people here that no matter what you want to do, there are some people, they just come here and retire. Some people come and start businesses. There's a support system here. On the other side of that, I have found, particularly in business, that if you want to make it and be successful in a foreign country, and in this case in Rwanda, you can make it on your own, but it's much, much easier if you have local people who are advocating for you and helping you and giving you advice. So there is a community of expats, but if you come here, definitely get involved with that community, but also be open to local people. Yeah. We as Westerners, we come in with gung-ho, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and then once we get here, some of us kind of take the position that we want everybody to do things the way we want it done. We want you to do things the way we want it. Things like being on time, because we believe time is money. If you're not on time, then you're wasting my money. And then once we get together, we all complain about how bad the locals are about time. But one thing that
But for me, I tried.
oh no,
Like 2 minutes.
you were like 7 minutes late.
Yeah, last time.
For me, after 30 minutes, then I think you're late. Because if you're on a moto, you're on a taxi, things happen. And then you can't gauge traffic. You never know what traffic's going to be. So no, that was no problem. So that's one thing that people deal with is the cultural things that are different. The way we see things may be different from the way local people see things. And so one thing that I think we need to realize is that we are in your country. So we have to do some adjusting to you. Just because you're from wherever you're from does not mean the locals have to adjust to me. So when I was in China, I used to complain about Chinese people not being able to stand in line. And they would cut in line and pushing and shoving and all of that. And so I made the comment that these Chinese people, they need to take a class, they all need to go to university and take a class on standing in line 101. And one of my colleagues says, well, we're foreigners, so we need to take a class on pushing and shoving 101. So, and I think there's a certain amount of give and take. So if you start a business in Africa, you need to take the time to teach your employees how to do things the way you want them done because you're the boss, but you also need to take into consideration that you're in their country and you are immersing yourself in their culture. Well, aside from teaching and other jobs that I've had, for most of my life I've always invested in real estate, and that was one of the things that brought me to Rwanda, is that foreigners can own real estate. So looking around, of course, Rwanda is like everywhere else in the world. In the city is more expensive, but I think the timing was right that Rwanda is building a new airport, international airport in Bugesera, and the land there is still relatively inexpensive, so it's a good time to buy in that area. When I started thinking about giving back to this community, I realized that there are plenty of organizations around that do good work. So for me to start another NGO would just be overkill. So that's when I came up with the idea to have a for-profit company and then support organizations that already do what I had in mind to do. So I choose the organizations that we give to based on what they do. And so that is that they are organizations that work toward giving young people a brighter future. So one is Keza Education Future Lab, and they are basically training young engineers. They take children from 3 to the age of 14 and teach them about engineering and coding and STEM type education. The second organization that we give to is the Rwanda Children Christian School out in Bugesera, and they take what they say are at-risk children and give them education. I think they're like pre-K all the way through, and I think they're building a high school now. So we support a couple of children from that place, and then most recently we are partnering with the Nzozi Center, and they're like an after-school program for local children out in Gashora. Yeah, because you know, when you think about what you want to do, it's really not a lot of unique things that people are not already doing. So I think it was better for me to do it this way and just support them. Because there are a lot of organizations out there, but the one thing they all have in common is they all need money. So we're working on that end to try to help them with that. Africa is the future. And as most of us have been blessed financially and otherwise, I would say let's pull together and do what we can to help Africa have a brighter future. Like I said in my writing about STAND and what we stand for, is I think it would be a shame if the rest of the world provided innovators and experts and managers and leaders, and then Africa is relegated to only providing cheap labor for everybody else. And I really want to see Africa to be the future and to lead the world, as I know we can.
Rain or fire, I dey with you. Loyal heart no go confuse you. Real ones know they misuse you. Respect be the real gold. Never sell out, never fold. I go stand beside you. This be love built on truth. Then go talk, make them talk, you no shake me. We know they fake, we they move steady. Trust no big game, it be lifestyle. I go there even when time hard. to the highs and lows. Now you I know, even when the sun don't show, I no go let you go. I burn the fire, our vibe be pure, respect and love, forever sure. I go stand beside you, rain or fire, I dey with you. Loyal heart no go confuse you, real ones know they misuse you. Respect be the real gold, never sell out, never fold. I go stand beside you.
Will you marry me? Baby, please say yes. I've been dreaming of this day ever since we met.
From your smile to the way you care, you're the answer to my prayer. No one else can take your place. I see forever when I see your face.
Say yes, baby, make I be the one. We go dance under the moon and sun. Now you and me till kingdom come. This kind of love no be anyone. Say yes, baby, no delay. Let's build a life, let's start today. From now till old and gray, I go love you every day.
Yes, I'll marry you. Boy, you already knew. From the moment you said hello, my heart chose you. You treat me like a queen, no lie. You lift me up, you make me fly. Through the struggles and the winds, you're my peace, my everything.
Yeah. From Lagos to Kigali, Accra to Nairobi, the rise has begun. Young kings and queens, stand up! This is the new dawn, Africa rise. Young blood burning like fire in the skies.